Here is a fun and interesting fan that I just picked up today. This is a Lasko high velocity fan. And it says Alta Velocidad. But I don't speak Spanish. I have a few friends who do though. Might have to ask one of them to translate that for me. I'll get back to you guys. Let you know what I find out. That was a joke. I had to clarify that. Somebody for sure will tell me it means high velocity. They wrote it in two different languages on the label, but it means the same thing. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. A comment like that might actually knock me down. Let's see. I thought I saw some sticker information on this, but I didn't really look at it. Let's see what this is. I can't really make heads or tails of that. I don't really see any date information on this either. What do we got on the other side? Okay, we're upside down, but that's all right. It looks vaguely like a Air King sticker. Type 18HV, pretty straightforward. Model 2518QM. Draws 1.8 amps. So it's 18-inch. Ew, there's some grody-ness there. It's an 18-inch high velocity fan, which is pretty cool because in the listing where I found it on Marketplace, I couldn't really tell how big the fan was. I had kind of assumed that it was a 14-inch fan for some reason. I just couldn't really tell by the picture. So when I showed up to pick it up and saw that it was bigger than what I thought it looked like, I was pretty happy about that. It vaguely looks like an Air King fan. It's got the rounded blades. Looks like it could be the Air King's older cousin or something. Well, you know, Air King is made by Lasko. I don't know if you knew that. But it has, like the Lasko fans, I think the Lasko fans of today have this speed selector in the front of the fan like that, but they don't use the same blade. This looks like the Air King blade set. Imagine this painted black with the Air King logo, and it's not hard to see how this evolved into the Air King fan that we all know and I don't know about love, but maybe appreciate today. I noticed how close this fan head is to touching. It's not on the ground, but if it was on the ground, it would be almost touching the ground. At least it's not touching, but I don't know how much I like that. It's still a really cool fan. I'm really glad I found this because I had been looking at the Air King fans for a while and have come pretty close to buying a new Air King a few times and just never pulled the trigger on it. So I'm glad that I paid 30 bucks for this instead of buying a new Air King fan, because I would much rather have this fan. This is a lot cooler. It's pretty heavy too. It looks like, I don't know if that's the same motor that they use on the Air King fans or not. You guys would probably have to let me know. I think it is a ball bearing motor, as they use on the Air King fans. I would have to assume it's the same motor or something very close to it. Fan needs to be cleaned up. And I get the feeling that when I take this off, I'm gonna find a date code in there somewhere, likely on the capacitor. It's a pretty heavy duty fan. I would venture to guess that this is a lot more solid than the Lasko high velocity fans you find today. It's very heavy. The guard is heavy duty material. Start it on the low speed. It's going to start on speed 3, but we're going to go back to 1. Oh man, I did it again. So anyway, here's the plug. It's a grounded plug. Commercial grade, I guess that makes it. So anyway, let's plug it in. And here is speed 1. Pretty calm, low speed. It's not the calmest low speed I've seen, but it's definitely not as aggressive as some other fans I've seen. It's not anything you want to have next to your desk or anything. It'll blow anything you've got on a table or a desk right off of it. But it's somewhat quiet. And it's somewhere in between calm and it moves a lot of air. I want to say it's a calm low speed, but it moves so much air that it's hard to say that. It is quiet though. So we'll go to speed 2 now. It's got that high velocity sound now that it didn't really have on the low speed. Definitely moves a lot of air. And it's really gusty. Sounds good. Still pretty quiet on the medium speed. It's definitely not as loud as some of the other 18 or 20 inch fans that I have. Pretty intense on the high speed. Still not too loud. It has a pretty broad wind stream and it's very gusty. It moves a high volume of air, but it moves it all around. It really circulates the air well, and it throws out huge gusts of air, whereas something like the TPI fan or even the Airmaster fans are more of like a laser like stream of air. This just kind of throws the air out all over the place, but it's still very strong. Yeah, I like this fan a lot. This is a pretty cool fan. I'm gonna jump it up to the high speed one more time here. I wasn't paying very close attention to the spin down. I'm pretty sure that those are ball bearings. Probably just need to be oiled, if I had to guess. Yeah, cool fan. I'm definitely looking forward to getting this thing cleaned up. I think it's gonna clean up really well. It's got some dirt on the blades, maybe a little bit of surface rust that I think is gonna clean right up. Not much rust on the guard, really. That's gonna look great when I'm done with it. Get the motor cleaned up and oiled, and I get the feeling that this is gonna quickly become one of my favorite high velocity type fans. So glad I found this instead of paying a bunch of money for a new Air King fan. Pretty rad. I don't know how old it is. Maybe, I don't think that this goes back to the 90s. Early 2000s, mid 2000s maybe. I really have no idea. I'll have to take it apart and see if I can find a date code somewhere in there. Are you guys familiar with this fan? Does anybody have one? How do you like it? Let me know. Thanks for watching.